Tea time with Tej. What's up, y'all? Today's video, I'm gonna be focusing on foam rolling. This is a piece of my recovery restorative day where I focus on foam rolling, stretching, and mobility work so that I get some recovery and work on my flexibility and range of motion. This is exactly how I foam roll. Like, this is me actually just during my session recording it. And I'm foam rolling my hip flexor, my lateral quads, so the outside part of my leg, TFL, IT band area, and then my front quads as well. I want to just kind of walk you through the process of what I'm doing and how this is beneficial for me, how I get the most benefit from it, as opposed to other ways of foam rolling where you see people that are just kind of like, speed running through, trying to just roll the muscle, and they're freaking convulsing as they're just foam rolling like that, trying to just run through it for like 10 seconds. And they're like, oh, I foam roll, but like, I don't know, it doesn't work. It's so stupid. So this is exactly how you're supposed to do it if you want to get actual benefits from foam rolling without, looking like an idiot where you're just humping the foam roller. Not very well, might I add. So, the whole purpose of foam rolling, not just from the muscular benefit of it, like just rolling the muscle and helping with your recovery, but there's a neurological piece to it as well, where your brain is working to relax. So there's that mind-muscle connection that everyone talks about. Well, part of that is the relaxation phase of foam rolling, where you're going to bring your body into a more parasympathetic state, so relaxing the body, as opposed to a sympathetic state where it's adding stress to your body. So you want to be able to relax your body, which is where breathing and holding those positions for time really matter. So when you want to sit on the muscle, you're breathing, you're trying not to be tensed up with your body, because if you're having all this tension and you're flexed up holding the foam roller and you're sitting on a spot and you're like, foam rolling, like you're not getting any sort of benefit from it at all. You're actually probably getting a negative from it, because your body is getting mixed signals. You're doing something that's supposed to be relaxing, or at least the goal of it is to be relaxed or relax yourself, and you're fighting it, like you're stressing yourself out even more. So I think that's part of the problem, where people are like, oh, I foam roll, but like it didn't do nothing, or I don't think it works, because they just sit there. They're either like not spending enough time and they're just like speed running the muscle, or they're sitting there and they're just tensed up and everything is flexed and their body can't relax. So you want to sit on the spots that you're at. Like, you could just see what I'm doing. This is exactly how I do it. There's parts in this video where it's gonna look like I can, almost fall asleep. I'm just chilling. Now, obviously, when you first start foam rolling, it might not be as comfortable, but you've got to do your best to focus on your breathing, because the better your breathing can be, the more relaxed and control you're gonna have in your body. So that's one of the number one tips that you want to be doing when it comes to foam rolling. I'm parched. So that's the one thing. Breath work in foam rolling, I think, is one of the most important things. I mean, in training in general, breath work is one of the one of the most overlooked and important elements of training, because that's your oxygen. How well you can breathe dictates how well you're getting oxygen to your muscles, which dictates how well your body is going to respond and how well you're able to exchange gas in your body to help with your fatigue levels, your stress levels. All of those things come into play when it comes to training, right? So foam rolling, this is the goal for foam rolling, is get into a more relaxed state so your body is able to go through the other training tools more effectively when it comes to stretching and mobility work, because you're able to relax and let those muscles release a little bit more. And that's how I set this up. So as you can see, you want to just roll through the muscle, find some areas that you want to spend time on that are tender. You're going to sit on those spots, do your best to breathe and relax and let your body get into that less stressed state, and hold it, and then just run through like the whole muscle. So yeah, that's how I do it. And I hope you guys find some of this information valuable, useful, and helpful. That's the way you want to foam roll if you want to get a really good benefit from it. Notice, like, it takes a little bit of time, but that was like 5 minutes. Got my hip flexors and my whole leg. So you want to spend like, you know, a couple minutes on each side or each muscle group and area. Find those areas that feel a little more tender than others. Sit there, breathe and relax, and get a foam roller that works well for you. If you guys want, drop it down below in the comments. I can make a video about different foam rollers, the types that I use, and the different versions of foam rollers that you can have that have different purposes, because the density and the hardness of the foam rollers, or the diameter of the foam rollers, all of those things play a part when it comes to choosing a foam roller. So you might even be using the wrong foam roller. If you have one that's like too hard for your current level, that makes it difficult to relax, you may need to step back and get a softer foam roller or a bigger foam roller that's going to more evenly disperse the pressure, so that way you can actually relax and then graduate your way up to one of those bigger foam rollers, or smaller foam rollers and more dense foam rollers. So, all right, that's it. I'm out. Hope you enjoyed, and see you guys on the next one.